Tonight on America After Hours, Battle with Obesity. We'll continue our special two-part series on Ralph Gerard, the Las Vegas man who is prepping for a miracle operation that may help him in his desperate battle to lose some of his 900 pounds. We'll meet his doctor and talk to Mr. Gerard from his hospital bed. Then earthquakes in America, sure they happen in California, but did you know that there are fault lines running throughout the United States, probably even near you? We'll show you what happens if the big one happens to strike near your town. And then Margot Hemingway, an NBC report confirms she committed suicide, only adding to the speculation of the Hemingway family curse. We'll meet the reporter who broke this story and find out what one of Margot's closest friends has to say about it. Plus, we'll a celeb surprise. These stories right now on America After Hours. Thanks, everybody, for being with us. Now, last night we started this two-part story about Ralph Gerard. In fact, we're going to show you some tape of him. If you missed last night's program, I'm going to recap just a little bit here. This is a man who was a former casino worker in Las Vegas, and for the last 2 years, he's been confined to his trailer home just outside of Las Vegas in Henderson, Nevada. He was up to about 150, well, actually 850 pounds at one point. He has lost now close to 250, 275 pounds on a liquid water diet, basically, since January. Now, the reason he did that was to get down to a weight that was appropriate to have a new type of surgery called a Fobi-Pouch for obesity. There's Ralph right there. That was a pretty rough walk for him, as we found out last night. So he's very happy that he made it from his bedroom there in the trailer to the living room. A very short walk, but he was exhausted. They put him on some scales there, and he came in at about 570 pounds, which then would allow him to have the surgery. Now, from that point, this last weekend, they drove him in a truck from his trailer in Henderson to Los Angeles, where he can have this surgery tomorrow morning, performed by a Dr. Mal Fobi, who created this Fobi-Pouch for obesity. And Dr. Fobi is with us from our Burbank studios. Doctor, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Mike.
Now, we're going to show some more tape of his transfer from the Las Vegas area to Los Angeles for this operation, but tonight he is in a Los Angeles hospital preparing for the operation tomorrow. How long will the operation take tomorrow?
The estimated length of the surgery would be 6 hours.
And what exactly are you going to be doing? We talked a little bit about it last night. Is it a form of stomach stapling?
Yes, the operation Ralph is going to have is called a gastric bypass. The Fobi-Pouch operation is a modification of the gastric bypass. And the gastric bypass is an operation that has been in use since 1966. Mm-hmm. It was developed by Dr. Mason at the University of Iowa. So what I have done is modified this procedure to make it more effective, with less complications, and a longer duration of effectivity.
Ralph now joins us from the hospital bed there in Los Angeles. Ralph, thank you for being with us. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your feeling right now? It's just a few hours to go before the operation. Are you pretty excited about it?
Yeah, I'm trying not to think too much about it right now.
Yeah, of course, I bring up the topic then, Ralph. Yeah. Sorry to do that. Tell me, we looked at some footage of you leaving the trailer there. Mm-hmm. What were you thinking? How were you feeling at that point when you came out of that trailer and into the sunshine for the first time in a long time?
I was feeling great.
Yeah?
Just to be out, that's the first time I'd been outside in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Now,
it was the first day of the rest of my life, really.
You really feel that way, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
How did they transport you from Las Vegas to L.A.?
Very carefully.
I see that. They're being very careful with you right here.
Yeah.
Yes. Was it in an ambulance?
No, well, yeah, a Medicoach is what it was.
Medicoach, yeah.
They put an air mattress back for me. It wasn't, it was a big production getting me in there.
Yeah.
But we done it.
Now, Ralph, we told people last night that you had been on this liquid diet to lose, about 250 pounds or
yeah, I lost 300 pounds.
300 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, why, Doctor, both of you can answer this, Ralph and Doctor, why wouldn't you just stay on that liquid diet and just keep losing weight?
You can't stay on it forever. Oh, excuse me.
You just don't think you can stay on it?
Well, no, you couldn't.
To be honest, Ralph was beginning to go crazy on the liquid diet. If I had kept him on one more month, he would have gone out.
Fingers and extremities and above other people weren't safe anywhere close to me at the time.
Ralph, this is kind of a tough question. How do you suppose you got up to this size? I mean, it's more than just...
Well, you know, if I knew that, I would have never done it, because nobody chooses to be this way, believe me.
Mm-hmm. Well, looking back on it, what do you think?
I don't know, genetics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody can change their eating habits.
Yeah.
You know, we all could improve what we eat and the way we eat, but as far as amounts and things goes, I could be around people who are eating 3 times as much as me. It seems like they never stopped, and they would never gain weight. I could eat a little bit of something.
Don't those people drive you crazy?
Yeah, well, they don't understand. And they you know, people have the impression, they think that I'm sitting home eating all day.
Yeah.
And just eat yourself right in there. But it's just not the case. I eat twice a day, usually breakfast and a moderate dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I would eat usually a bowl of rice or something. I like rice and noodles or something like that. You know, it was not a whole bunch of stuff. And on a regular, if we had regular dinner, it would be just piece of meat and mashed potatoes probably, and some vegetable and something to drink.
Yeah. Doctor,
you know, it's a plate, just like anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Doc, you wanted to jump in?
Yeah, the most important thing to know at this time, and the audience should know this, obesity is an illness, is inherited, and the people inherit a very efficient metabolic system. People who get as big as Ralph are people who can live very healthily on about 500 to 700 calories a day. And so these people, when they live in a society as affluent as ours, where the caloric intake is about 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, end up storing the extra 2,000 calories as fat.
Mm-hmm.
They do not necessarily eat more than the average person. However, as the size of the person increases, the quantity they eat tends to increase. So at Ralph's size, he probably consumed 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day. But that was mainly to maintain the bulk he has now.
So, doctor, he's going to be back down to what 600, 700 calories per day now?
The surgery is going to effect a limited calorie intake between 400 to 700 calories a day for the rest of his life, yes.
Wow. Now, what size will his stomach be after tomorrow's operation?
I plan to make his stomach about 1.5 tablespoons tomorrow, which is about 20 to 30 cc's. You have to remember the normal stomach in somebody like Ralph is about 2 to 3 liters in size. Mm-hmm. So we're going to decrease that by 90 to 95%.
And he will stay with that procedure, whatever you do tomorrow will be it? Does he have to have any other surgeries?
For the weight reduction, this is supposed to be a permanent procedure. And I have patients that are operated upon in 1977, 78 who are living very well with the procedure and the weight loss.
Now, off the top of my head, you know, I'm not a doctor, certainly, and I don't even play one on TV.
Yeah.
It seems like if he overate, it would rupture. Does he have to be careful of that?
Well, the way the surgery is designed is that he's not going to have that ability. If he tries to overeat, he's going to regurgitate.
Oh.
But the advantage of the gastric bypass operation, or what I call the Fobi-Pouch, is that the surgery, the way it is performed, causes the patient to have anorexia. That means looking at food gives them a sense of satisfaction or a sense of nausea, and they don't want to eat. Mm-hmm. It curbs the desire to eat. And also just eating a small quantity of food is very satisfying.
Good luck tomorrow, and we're going to follow up on this story throughout the week here, so please let us know, and we'll be contacting you tomorrow to find out how everything went, okay?
Thank you,
Ralph, thank you very much. Doctor, by the way, what hospital are you using tomorrow?
We're working at Bellwood Medical Center tomorrow.
Where is
in
that?
Bellflower, California.
Bellflower, California. Okay, Bellwood. Thank you, doctor, very much.
Thank you, Mike, for having us on the show.
Best of luck, Ralph.
Thank you. I need it.
We'll be thinking of you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.